Okay guys, so welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. So ito ni ating lesson 6 para sa ating chapter 2 sa ating tawag dito sa function of several variables. So in this video, pag-uusapan naman natin yung isang way na kung saan paano natin solve yung mga problem solving. So this is constraint optimization. So actually dalawa yung constraint optimization. So una is by numerical method, pangalawa is by Lagrange Multiplier. So numerical method, syempre dahil sa numerical analysis siya mag-exist, doon na lang siya abangan. At the same time, more likely ginagamit siya sa tawag dito, sa programming, so sa Java. So sa Java siya totally nasa-solve. So may given doon, may equation doon, or may something formula doon, pero ginagamit siya through the use of Java programming or something C++. So may program na ginagamit sila actually. Okay, so now focus lang tayo dun sa isang constraint optimization, which is the Lagrange Multiplier. So from the word optimization, kung naaalala mo sa ating differential calculus 1, sa application ng differential calculus 1, so may optimization problem tayo. So ang goal natin is something, hanapin yung objective function, hanapin yung given, differentiate natin, then equate sa 0. Hanapin yung y prime, not equate sa 0, hanapin yung y prime ng both function, then hanapin yung value ng x. Okay, after that, hanapin yung value ng x and y kung given man dalawang value o given man dalawang independent variable. So ang gagawin natin is something na hanap tayo ng value na kung saan i-maximize niya or i-minimize niya yung given. So yun yung idea ng optimization problem. At the same time, sa inyong quantitative analysis. So sa quantitative analysis nyo or sa quanti, okay, so sa quanti meron din optimization problem. So may minimization, may maximization, so related din sila dito actually. So again, this is optimization problem through using calculus 3 or vector calculus. So meaning, since calculus 3 tayo, more likely, since nasa derivative tayo, or likely partial derivative or partial differentiation yung gagamitin natin. So previous video rin. Okay, so now we start with this, no? So the Lagrange multiplier method. So we start with this, no? Meron tayong function f of x, y. Okay, so ito yung function to be maximized. So minsan malalaman mo naman kung maximization siya or minimize. Okay, so accompanied to so minimize. Then we have a given g of x, y is equal to c. So something c. So something constant. So ito naman yung function na given always. Ngayon, meron tayong kinukuha or hinahanap tayo. So our mission or our goal is to find x, y. That satisfies the condition g and the condition f. Satisfy the condition g, then we will use that value to substitute in x. So para malaman natin kung mina-maximize ba niya or minimize. Now, this point can be maxima or minima or maximum point. So ang tawag sa kanya is constraint critical points. Okay, so pagkakaalala ko, ang tawag sa kanya is constraint critical points. Check ko na din. So ayun, wala sa kanang tawag eh. Pero again, yung x, y na yan, ang goal natin hanapin lang sa x, y. So for example, yung ating objective function is to be maximized. So kung may nahanap tayong value, ang tawag sa kanya is constraint maximum points, if ever siya ay maximize. Okay, then ang tawag naman sa kanya is constraint minimum points or point. So again, pwede kasing madami yan, depende sa lumalabas. So pag siya ay minimize. So again, kung minimize yung problem or minimization yung problem, ang tawag sa mahanap ng value ng x and y is something na constraint minimum points. Now, may dalawang klase din yan. So whatever, so if ever sa dalaway lumabas, so paano namin sir ma-determine na siya yung maximum tapos siya yung minimum? Okay, so malalaman mo yan, depende din sa given, depende din sa ating objective function. So depende sa gusto niyang mangyari. So for example, gusto niya yung distance. So distance between 2 points or distance between 3 points. So sino yung mas malapit? So kung sino mas malapit, obviously siya si constraint minimum points. Kung sino mas malayo, siya yung constraint maximum points. Okay, so for example, sa area naman, may dalawa kang lumabas sa value na x, y. So yung lumabas is something na mas malaki dun sa isa. So meaning, constraint minimum points yung isa, then constraint maximum points yung, or point yung isa. So ganun yung usually pag dalawa given. So may possibility na dalawa yung lalabas na sagot. Okay, then another extended to sa ating R3. So meaning sa R3, extend nyo lang din yung ating definition. So that is f of x, y, z. Okay, that is to be maximized and minimized. Then g of x comma y comma g of x comma y comma z is equal to c. So yun naman yung given doon. So ang hahanapin naman doon is syempre ordered pair 3 or ordered triplets. Okay, so meaning triplets is x comma y comma z yung hahanapin natin. Then same pa rin ng definition, constraint maximum point siya pag siya ay pag yung function natin o yung objective function natin is maximize. Constraint minimum point siya pag siya ay yung constraint yung objective function natin is minimization. Okay, so yan yung idea now. Now, paano natin isa-solve yung Lagrange multiplier method? So this is the theorem. So yung nagsusupport kung paano natin siya isa-solve. So here's the theorem. So theorem 2.6.1. So let f of x comma y and g of x comma y be smooth function. So again, be smooth functions, and suppose that c is a scalar constant such that the partial or the gradient of g of x comma y is not equal to the zero vector. So again, let c be a scalar constant such that yung gradient ng g of x comma y, so g of x comma y is not equal to zero vector for all x comma y. That satisfies the equation g of x comma y is equal to c. Then, to solve the constraint optimization problem, so ito yung constraint optimization problem, so this is maximize or minimize, yan yung f of x comma y, then given, yun yung g of x comma y is equal to c. So meaning yung given na formula, or so minsan kasi hindi binibigay yung formula, so minsan tayo yung nagde-derive actually. So yun din yung gagawin natin dito. Okay, so now, find the points x comma y. So ito yung idea. Find the points x comma y. So it's either 1 or marami yan. Let's solve the equation. Ito. So ito yung importante. The gradient of f of x comma y is equal to the lambda. So lambda is a multiplier, is scalar siya. So lambda times the gradient of x comma y. G of x comma y. So meaning, kunin ko yung gradient ng f of x comma y, kunin ko yung gradient ng g of x comma y, multiply ko sa lambda, then equate ko. Okay, since parehas naman silang order 2 or tawag dito, ordered pair, so equate ko yung x part sa y. Equate ko yung x part, then yung y part, both side. Okay, kung 3-dimensional, alam mo na yun, x part, y part, and z part. Yun yung magagawin natin. Now, for some constant lambda, so now, the number lambda is called the Lagrange multiplier. So, ayun nga, si Lagrange multiplier is something na, okay, mag-multiply ka sa kanyang gradient, then something na ito yung method, may hahanapin tayo value. Now, if there is a constraint maximum and minimum, then it must be such a point. Okay, so yun nga, tama nga, no? So idea is to look or to find x comma y. Okay, so kung nakahanap ka, therefore it is either constraint maximum and or minimum. Okay, so again, di natin pwedeng i-decide minsan na siya ay constraint. Sir, pwede ba siya maging saddle point? Hindi naman siya dito pwede maging saddle point kasi iba naman yung idea ni saddle point. Okay, so again, ito yung idea, ito yung ating co-compute. So, dito nag-start ako sa example na kung saan wala tayong given na constraint, wala tayong given na objective function. Okay, so ano gagawin natin? So, syempre, determine natin, gagawa tayo ng constraint, tapos saka natin i-apply yung formula, tapos para mahanap natin yung value. So, now, this is for a rectangle. So, example, for a rectangle whose perimeter is 20 meters, use the Lagrange multiplier method to find the dimension that will maximize the area. Okay, so basically kung calculus 1 tayo, usapang calculus 1, application ng calculus 1 through optimization problem, madali lang yan eh. Tama. So we only have 2x. So when we have 2x plus 2y is equal to 20. So whenever x and y are both width and length respectively, so 2x plus 2y is equal to 20, then yung ating objective function is that equals to a is equal to x comma y. Tapos kukunin natin yung derivative lang. So derivative with respect sa a, derivative with respect sa x, then equate lang yung y prime. Tapos mahanap mo na yung value ng x and y. So para sa'yo, kung gusto mo, i-check mo na lang din using yung ating dating method. Okay, so again, ayun yung gagawin natin dito. So since Lagrange multiplier, dapat idea is makapag-create ka ng constraint natin, which is the objective function and the given function. Okay, so we have the given function. So before that, syempre mag-let muna tayo. So medyo masakit na yung kamay ni sir. So let x be the width. Okay, and let y be the length. Okay, so now, for the objective function, so given tayo dito, no? So for the maximize, so given natin, no? So for the perimeter, we all know that the perimeter of a rectangle is that 2 times length plus width. Okay, or simply 2L plus 2W. Okay, so since given yung parameter natin, so obvious naman na siya yung, actually, ano hanap muna? Yung maxima, yung objective function. So, the maxima is the area. So, ano area ng rectangle? Area ng rectangle is length times width. Okay, so in terms of x and y, that is x times y. So, sulat ko lang yun. Yung ating maximize, so this is maximize. So, yung constraint natin is maximum, or maximize rather. Maximize si f of x, y is equal to xy. Okay? So, yun siya yung i-maximize natin. Next is the given. So, for the given, we only have g of x, y. Okay? This is just equal sa 20. Or simply, this is just equal sa 2x plus 2y is equal to 20. Okay? So, check ko lang din. Okay? So, tama naman tayo. Okay, so now, ano yung idea natin? Paano natin siya iso-solve? So, again, paano natin siya iso-solve? So, ang idea is something na, yung given na, again, the given is something na may something c sa kabila. So, dapat, yung constant, madala mo muna sa left side or sa right side bago mo ma-determine kung ano si g of x, y. Again, tandaan nyo to Kung for example, yung 20 is naka-plus dito, ang goal mo is yung plus 20 na naka-plus na 2x plus 2y minus 20. Ang goal mo is dalhin mo siya sa right side. Kasi ang g of x, y is that yun lang. So, hindi niya kasama yung constant. So, isa sa dapat yung tandaan. Okay, so now, ito yung goal. So, the partial derivative or the gradient of f of x, y is equal to lambda times the gradient of g of x, y. So, again, this is f of x, y. Okay, so we have, so lagay ko lang dito, no? So, for the Lagrange multiplier, this is gradient of f of x, y is equal to lambda, okay, times the gradient of g of x, y. So, napakaswerte natin dito kasi yung g of x, y natin is just, ito lang. Okay, so for the gradient, paano yung gradient? This is the partial of f with respect sa x. Okay, so para sa una, this is just equal sa partial of f with respect sa x times, or comma, partial of f with respect sa y. Okay, equal to sa lambda multiplied by partial of g with respect sa x, comma, partial of g with respect sa y. Okay, so after mo ko yung partial derivative, i-multiply lang natin yung lambda sa loob and then equate para mahanap natin yung value. Okay, so rewrite ko lang or lagay ko na yung ating function, no? So this is just equal sa partial of f. So this is just partial with respect sa x nung x, y. O xy rather. Then partial with respect sa y nung x. So this is x, y din. So, this is just equal sa lambda. So, multiply ko yun afterwards mamaya. So, this is just partial with respect sa x ng 2x plus 2y, comma, partial with respect sa y ng 2x plus 2y. Okay, so solve lang natin. This is just equal sa partial of x, y with respect sa x is just y. So, this is just y, comma, this is x is equal to lambda multiplied by partial derivative ng 2x plus 2y with respect sa x is just 2. Tama? So, this is just 2 kasi yung 2y is just constant. Then, dito sa kabila, this is just also 2. Okay, then multiply natin. So, this is y, comma, x is equal to 2 lambda, comma, 2 lambda. Okay, then, equate natin siya using yung equal coordinate. So, equating this both side, this is just equal sa y is equal to 2 lambda. Okay, then this is equal sa x is equal to 2 lambda. So, yun, nagmumukha na siyang gray partial. Okay, so, goal natin is syempre maging lambda to. So, lambda in terms of lambda. So, this implies that y over 2 is equal to lambda. This implies that x over 2 is equal to lambda. Now, kung naalala mo dati, ang ginagawa natin, pag nahanap natin y prime, equates y prime or substitute natin yung isang y prime dun sa isang function. So, dalawang klase, no? It's either equate mo yung y prime or i-substitute mo yung y prime. Dito, ganun din. it's either substitute mo isang lambda dun sa isa or equate mo yung lambdas. Okay, so equate natin yung lambdas. So this is just equal sa xy over 2 is just equal sa x over 2, which means that y is equal to x. Okay, so now may nahanap tayong value ng y. So anong gagawin natin sa nahanap natin na value ng y na yan? So ang nahanap natin ng value ng y na yan is just isa-substitute lang natin siya dun sa ating g of x, y. So again, y is equal to x or x is equal to y. So mula sa given natin, consider yung given. So from the given, we have 2x plus 2y. So ang goal is simply na substitute natin siya, no? So this is just 2x plus 2y is equal to 20. So this is just 2x plus 2x, pinalitan ko, is equal to 20, or simply 4x is equal to 20. So what is x? X is just equal to 5. And also, y is just equal to 5. Kasi substitute mo lang yung 5 doon, so this is y is equal to 5. So meaning, we have the point x 5, 5. Okay, so check natin. So now, i-maximize ba yung area? So what is the area? So ano yung f of x, y? Ano yung f of 5, 5? Yung f of 5, 5 is just 5 times 5, which is 25. Okay, so mina-maximize niya. Okay, so since alam natin ganito, no? So dito ko na nalagay. So since f of 5, 5. So paano sir gagawin yung 5, 5? Yung 5, 5 sinubstitute ko sa maximize. So that is 5, 5, that is 5 times 5, which is equal to 25, which is greater than 0. So alam naman natin na pinakamalit na area is 0. Okay, so ngayon, anong tawag sa 5, 5? Ang 5, 5, so lagay ko lang. So 5, 5 is a constraint maximum point. So constraint maximum point or CMP. Okay, so constraint maximum. So magmumukha pala siyang parehas lang, no? CMP. Constraint maximum point. Hindi pala pwede, kala ko CMP. So pag nilagay ko CMP, parehas silang constraint MS. So CMP, di natin alam kung sino yung totoo. So again, yung sagot dyan is yung 5, 5. Okay, so hanapin kasi natin yung dimension. So the dimension is just 5, 5, or we have the length and width is equal to 5 and 5. Okay, so the length, so in order to maximize the function x, y, we have the length or the length and width be equal to 5 meters. Okay, so box ko na lang din. Ito nalagay, no? So we have width 5 meters and si length is equal to 5 meters. Okay, so again, huwag mo kalimutan lagay yung conclusion natin na yun. Okay, kasi gusto natin malaman kung siya ay constraint maximum point or what. So sir, paano mo nalaman siya ay constraint maximum? Kasi nga maximum tayo, maximize tayo. Okay, so kaya alam ko rin na siya ay maximum point. Okay, so that's all ba? Hindi naman that's all yan. So marami pa tayong gagawin actually. Okay, so now we have this number 2. So find the equation or find the points. Sana ikaw sa equation rather. Find the points on the circle x squared plus y squared is equal to 80, which are the closest to the part, which are closest to and farthest from the point 1, 2. Okay, so hahanap daw tayo ng point niya. Okay, so ito yung problema, no? May given tayo, which is x squared plus y squared is equal to 20. Ngayon, ang problema is something na ano yung maximize natin? Ano yung maximize or minimize natin na function? So, in terms of this, kung naalala mo, since ang usapan dito is farthest from the point 1, 2. So again, farthest from the point 2. So probably, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is yung distance between 2 points. Okay, so no, we all know that the distance formula is just equal sa D. Okay, so note, recall that we have D. Okay, we have D. B equal to, so hanapin ko lang ano yung value ng D na yan. D is just equal sa square root ng x minus, so given sa 1, 2, no? So, kung meron tayong x, y, so this is just square root nung kung may point tayo arbitrary, so this is x minus 1 square plus y minus 2 square. So, saan ko nakuha yung 1 minus 2? Ayun sa 1, 2. Kasi nga, kino-compare natin sila sa distance nyan. Okay, so ano yung distance ng point x, y dun sa point 1, 2? So, yun yung goal natin. So, now, Aware din tayo pag in-square ko both side, this is just equal sa d square is just equal sa x minus 1 square plus y minus 2 square. So, ito yung gagamitin natin objective function. Okay, so again, x minus 1 square plus x minus 2 square. Okay, so, sir, ano pinagkaiba ni d sa d square? Wala silang pinagkaiba in terms of distance. Okay, so, after lang nito, gagawin lang natin afterwards is something na ayokong kunin kasi yung square root kasi mahihirapan tayo sa partial differentiation. So, what if, wag ko na kunin square root kasi similar lang din naman eh. Yung d is equal to square root of something is equal sa d squared is equal to ganyan. Okay, so lately na lang gagamitin natin siya actually. So, now, we have the maximum or minimum. So, since dalawa yung ating given, dalawa yung hinahanap natin na point. So, yung magdidetermine kung sino yung mas malapit, yun yung ating. So, this is maximize. Okay, so or minimize. So, hindi natin alam kung siya ay maximize or minimize. Minimize yata nasusulat ko. Ayun, minimize. Okay, so this is just f of x comma y. So, f of x comma y is just equal sa x minus 1 square plus y minus 2 square. Okay, next, the given. So, what's the given? So, the given is just g of x comma y, which is equal sa x squared plus y squared is equal to 80. So, since yung constant natin is nasa right side na, okay na tayo sa g of x comma y. Okay, so now, given na natin maximization, yung objective function, tapos yung given. So, now, we can now re-evaluate or compute for the partial derivative neto. So, again, another method. So, instead na ganito gawin mo kasi medyo nakakalito yung ganyan, pwedeng gawin mo naman is kunin mo na yung partial of f with respect sa x, partial of f with respect sa g, kunin mo rin yung partial of g with respect sa x, tas partial of g with respect sa x. Okay, so, another way, pwede kong i-suggest sa inyo. So, for example, kinuha ko lang dito, no? So, for example, kinuha ko yung partial of f of x. So, with respect, so, ito yung x minus 1 square plus y minus 1, 2 square, rather. So, this is just partial derivative with respect sa x. This is just equal sa 2. Bababa yung 2. Then, this is just x minus 1. Then, derivative ng x minus 1 is just 1. Okay, derivative ng y minus 2 raised to 2 with respect sa x is 0. So, meaning this is the partial of f with respect sa x. Next is the partial of f with respect naman sa y. So, this is just x minus 1 square plus y minus 2 square. Okay, this is just equal sa 2y minus 2. Okay, so yan naman yung ating para sa ating partial of f with respect sa y. So, now, partial of g with respect sa x. Okay, so the partial of g with respect sa x. So, partial of g with respect sa x, this is just x squared plus y squared, this is just equal sa 2x. Next, the partial of g with respect sa y naman is just equal sa, this is x squared plus y squared, so this is just equal sa 2y. Okay, so napakadali at andyan na, given na. So, hindi ka pa malilito kung dun sa loob. Again, napaka-elegant kasi tignan nito. Kumbaga, by equality of two coordinate, by equality of coordinates, equate lang natin yung x component, y component, and yung z component, or yung x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. Okay, so elegant tignan. Although ito elegant din kasi mas pang estudyanteng type lang. Kumbaga, okay, isa-isahin ko, pita-pitasin ko, isolve, then saka ko equate. So, given din sa ating function. Okay, so now, proceed tayo dito. So, we have delta of f of x comma y is just equal sa lambda of delta or the gradient of g of x comma y. Okay, so note that this is just equal sa, sulat na natin to, this is just 2 times x minus 1, comma, 2 times y minus 2. Okay, this is just equal sa lambda ng 2x, comma, 2y. Okay, so write natin, this is just 2x minus 2, comma, 2y minus 4. So, is equal sa 2 lambda x, comma, 2 lambda y. Okay, so now, equate na natin yung dalawang function or equation na pwede natin makuha dyan, no? So, yung equation 1 is just equal lang sa 2x minus 2 is equal to 2 lambda x. Okay, so I guess pwede ko siyang i-divide, no? So, divide both sides so that pa, di ko na pinaka-factor. At that point, hindi ko na minultiply. So, this is just equal sa, ulitin ko lang ha, this is 2 times x minus 1. That pala, ganun na lang. All over 2x. So, ganito yan. 2x is equal to lambda. Okay, so therefore, what is lambda? So, lambda here is just x minus 1 over. So, yung una natin is x minus 1 over 2x. Ito yung ating lambda. Okay, yan yung para sa una. So, i-green ko isa. So, next is yung 2y. So, labas ko na yun. So, 2y minus 2 is equal to 2 lambda y. Okay, so obviously, this is just 2y minus 2 over 2y is equal to lambda. So, therefore, this is just y minus 2 over, actually, cancel na pala to, no? This is just y is equal to lambda. So, cancel na pala dapat tong 2. Kasi nga, kinancel na natin eh. Okay, so now, we have 2 lambda. So, equate natin yung lambdas. Okay, so, after we equate these 2 lambda, we already have this expression. So, x minus 1 over x is just equal to y minus 2 over y. So, cross multiply, this is just xy minus y. So, kung cross multiply ko is equal to xy minus 2x. Okay, so obviously, cancel yung xy dyan. So, we only have negative y is equal to negative 2x, or simply y is equal to 2x. Okay, note that y is equal to 2x, saan siya isa-substitute? Isa-substitute natin siya sa given, never dun sa ating objective function. So, substitute natin siya sa given, which is x squared plus y squared is equal to 80. Then, determine the value of x and y. Okay, so, so we have x squared plus y squared is equal to 80. So, this is just x squared plus 2x raised to 2 is equal to 80. So, this is just simply 2x squared raised to 2 is just 4x squared. So, x squared times 4x plus 4x squared is just 5x squared. 5x squared is equal to 80. Or simply, this is just x is equal to square root of 80 divided by 5 is 16. So, this is square root of 16. So, meaning may dalawang value na x. Dalawang value na x is just positive and negative 4. Okay, so we have x sub 1 and x sub 2. So, probably, may dalawa tayong points mula dito. So, since may positive 4 and negative 4, ano yung y natin? It's either positive 8 and negative 8. So, whenever ginamit ko yung positive, so, 2 points are, ano yung unang point? Unang point is positive 4, 8. And we have another point which is negative 4, negative 8. Okay, so may dalawa tayong point. Ganyan. Okay, so now, hindi natin alam kung sino sa kanila yung constraint maximum and constraint minimum. Tama? So, again, hindi natin alam kung sino sa kanila yung constraint maximum sa constraint minimum. So, ang goal natin is just i-substitute lang natin sila dito. Since dalawang point sila, okay, so ito dito, sa x minus 1 square, y minus 2 square. So, una 4, 8. So, kahit calculate mo na lang, okay na yan. Okay, so check natin dun sa ating maximize problem dun sa ating distance. So, this distance is square root ng una 4 minus, so x minus 1, no? 4 minus 1 raised to 2 plus 8 minus 2 raised to 2. Okay, so ito yung unang distance. 3 square root of 5 or simply 6.71. Yung distance nito, so yung distance nito is from 0.1, 2 is 6.71. Again, 6.71 yung distance nito. D is equal to 6.71. So, note this is the distance from 2, 1. 1, 2 rather. So, ano naman yung distance nito isa? So, change na natin. This is just negative 8 and negative 4. Okay. So, that is negative 4. This is simply 5 square root of 5 or simply 11.18. So, the distance of this is 11.18. So, obviously, sino mas malayo? Sino mas malayo kay 0.1, 2? Ang malayo kay 0.1, 2 is simply si 11.18 or si negative 4, negative 8. Yung pinakamalapit is si 4, 8. So, ano si 4, 8? So, si 4, 8. So, 4, 8. So, which are the closest? So, 4, 8 is the closest. Is the closest to 1, 2. So, this is a constraint constraint minimum point. Okay, next is si negative 4, negative 8 is the farthest. Farthest to, mali yata ako spelling ng farthest. So, farthest to 1, 2. Okay, so this is considered as the constraint maximum point. Okay, so therefore ito yung ating sagot. Kasi tinatanong nga na sino daw yung malapit, sino yung mataas. Okay. Okay, so for continuation, so using ko lang to. So we have number 3, maximize and minimize. So again, dalawa possible kasi point dyan. So f of x, y, z is equal to x plus z. And the given function is just g of x, y, z is equal to x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 1. Okay, so similar approach pa rin naman dito. So since given naman na to, no? So I guess pwede ko siyang gawin dun sa ating usual way. Okay, so this is the partial. So the solution. So maganda naman tignan dito. So malaking space. So this is just partial of f of x, y, z is equal to the lambda partial to the gradient of g of x, y, z. So again, the word gradient. Okay, so now, by definition of gradient, this is just equal sa, una is partial with respect sa x nung x plus z, partial with respect sa y nung x plus z. Next is partial with respect sa z nung x plus z. Okay, yan yung una. Next, sa left side or sa right side, rather, nalilito na ako sa left or sa right. So, this is just equal sa partial with respect sa x. So, ito medyo mahaba. Nung x squared plus y squared plus z squared, partial with respect sa y naman nung x squared plus y squared plus z squared, partial with respect sa z nung x squared plus y squared plus z squared. Okay, so yun medyo nakakaduling. Okay, so now let's solve for the following. So the partial of x plus z with respect sa x is just 1. Okay, kasi constant si z. So this is just 1. So this is just 0. So note 0 to kasi walang y diyan. This is just 1. 1, 1. So equal sa lambda multiplied by partial of x squared, y squared plus z squared with respect sa x. Una is 2x. Okay, so pangalawa, obvious this is 2y. Okay, at pangatlo we have 2z. Okay, so we have 1, 0, 1. So 1, 0, 1 is just equal sa 2 lambda x, 2 lambda y, 2 lambda z. Okay, then by definition of equal triplets natin or equal coordinates natin, this is just 1 is equal to 2. So we have 1 is equal to 2 lambda x. Okay, next is 1, 0 is equal to 2 lambda y. Then lastly, 1 is equal to 2 lambda z. Okay, so ang obvious naman dito, ano yung value ng y? Sa pangalawa, ang value ng y, so for any lambda na hindi equal sa 0, so if lambda is not equal to 0, so considering lambda is not equal to 0, kasi kung lambda is equal to 0, 0 over 0 is undefined or indeterminate form, so hindi natin pwede siyang isolve. So again, considering lambda be greater than 0, okay, or not equal to 0, so we have y, para dito sa part na to, we have y is just equal sa 0. Kasi 0 over 2 lambda is just 0. So next is dito, para dito, yung x natin dito. Okay, so solve ko lang yung x natin dito. So ibahin ko yung way. Yung x natin dito is just equal sa 1 over 2 lambda. So mapapansin mo, ibahin ko lang yung way. Then lastly, we have z is equal sa 1 over 2 lambda. Okay, so kung napansin mo, hindi ko siya inequate sa lambda. Okay, so hindi lambda yung ginawa ko. So ngayon, anong gagawin niya, sir? Ang gagawin ko is simple, dahil 3 variable siya, mahirapan kasi tayo dito. Actually, ito yung medyo mahirap dito, tricky dito pag 3 variable na. So, sa 2 variable, pwede lambda yung equate mo kasi mahanap mo yung relationship between x and y. Pero whenever meron tayo nito, so 3 variable, so hindi kasi sa lahat ng oras magpipit na okay, isang variable na lang matitira after substitute yung isa. Okay, so ang gagawin natin is something na okay, kunin natin x and y, x, y, and z, in which substitute natin dun sa ating given. Okay, so again, isa-substitute natin siya dun sa x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 1. So this is just equal sa x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 1. So this is just equal sa 1 over 2 lambda square plus 0 square plus 1 over 2 lambda square is equal to 1. So note that this is just equal sa 1 over 4 lambda square, okay, plus 0 plus 1 over 4 lambda square is equal to 1. Okay, so we all know na pareha silang denominator, so this is just 2 over 4 lambda square is equal to 1. So cross multiply, this is just 2 is equal to 4 lambda square, or simply what is lambda? So for lambda, this is just equal sa, so dito ka na tuloy, no? So for lambda, this is just equal sa 2 over 4 is equal to lambda square, or simply 1 half is equal to lambda square. So meaning, lambda is just equal sa square root of 1 half, or simply may dalawang lambda. Unang lambda is equal to positive, yan, and yung pangalawang lambda natin is equal to negative 1 over square root of 2. Okay, so ayan yung mga lambda natin. So now, paano natin kukunin yung mga points? So since we are expecting, yung y kasi is fixed 0 na, so yung lambda natin, since lambda natin is 1 over square root of 2. Okay, so tanda mo, lambda natin is 1 over square root of 2. So paano natin nahanapin yan? 1 over square root of 2. Note na yung function natin is something na equivalent. So si x is just equal sa 1 over 2. So square root of 2 over lambda. Okay, so now, so si x, substitute ko na lang dito, no? So para kay x, unang point, no? So for lambda is equal to 1 over square root of 2. So yung positive. Yung x sub 1 natin is just equal sa 1 over 2 ng 1 over square root of 2. Okay, or simply this is just square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so yung y sub 1 natin obvious naman is just 0 pa rin kasi hindi siya magbabago. Para sa c sub 2, c sub 1 rather, so this is just 1 over 2 times 1 over square root of 2. Okay, so this is just also square root of 2 over 2. So yung first point is square root of 2 over 2, comma 0, comma, square root of 2 over 2. So, ito yung point P1. Okay, so again, di natin alam kung siya yung maximize or minimize natin. Okay, so for lambda sub 2, negative 1 over square root of 2. So, obviously, since negative siya, alam mo lang, magde-negative lang yung x sub 1. So, dito, yung x sub 1 lang, x sub 2 lang natin, rather, is negative square root of 2 over 2. Yung y sub 2 natin hindi magbabago, this is just simply 0 pa rin. Yung c sub 2 natin is just negative square root of 2 over 2. So kahit i-substitute na lang. So for P2, we have negative square root of 2 over 2, comma 0, comma negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay? So now, we need to determine ano yung mas mataas sa kanilang dalawa. Okay, so sino ba yung mas malaki sa kanilang dalawa para malaman natin kung sino yung maximum tas sino yung ating minimum. Okay, so para malaman natin kung sino yung maximum and minimum, anong gagawin? Itong point na to, yung square root of 2, 2, square root of 2 over 2, 0, square root of 2 over 2, isa-substitute natin sa g of x, y dito. Sa f of x, y. Again, f of x, y, doon natin sa substitute. So for una, substitute natin, no? So yung f, we have f of square root of 2 over 2, 0, square root of 2 over 2. So this is just x plus z, no? So this is a square root of 2 plus square root of 2, which means this is just equal sa square root of 2. Okay, so next is for f of negative square root of 2 over 2 comma 0 comma negative square root of 2 over 2. So obviously this is just negative square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2 over 2, which is equal sa negative square root of 2. So obviously sino mas malaki? Mas malaki tong unang point. So since mas malaki siya, alam ko na siya yung ating maximum. Okay, gana, sino mas malaki sa dalawa? Mas malaki to in terms dito. So since mas malaki siya, obviously siya so yung point na yon, so yung point na to is the maximum. So das na lang, no? Das dito ko nilagay ko. Das si square root of 2 over 2 comma 0 comma square root of 2 over 2 is a constraint maximum point. Okay, since yung f of square root of 2 over 2 comma 0 comma square root of 2 over 2 is greater than sa f of negative square root of 2 over 2 comma 0 comma negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so siya ay constraint maximum point. Likewise, consequently, on the other hand na lang, no? So on the other hand, kung ano-ano lang sinasabi ko, on the other hand, yung negative square root of 2 over 2 comma 0 comma negative square root of 2 over 2 is a constrained minimum point. Okay, so therefore ito yung ating sagot. So again, ang idea ni Lagrange multiplier is to determine the point, then determine whether the point is constrained maximum point or constrained minimum point. Okay, so for R3, it's specific yung ating goal. So kunyari nag-equate ka ng mga lambda. So imagine mo nag-equate ka ng 3 lambda. So assuming na, for example, dito kasi possible pa naman yung isang way natin eh. Kasi mag-equate lang tayo ng dalawang lambda. Okay, so mahanap natin value. Paano what if may value yan? So yung y. So parang kang nag-equate ng 3 lambda. So anong gagawin mo sa tatlong equation? Okay, so sa dalawang equality actually. So kunyari, something equals something equals something. Anong gagawin mo yun? Paano mo siya solve? Hindi mo alam. Okay, so may rule kasi doon. So transitivity to something na ganito. Dahil equality yung tatlo, so hindi mo alam totally yung gagawin doon. So kaya suggested ko or highly recommended ko is to solve for the value of lambda, then substitute lambda. To solve for the value of x and y in terms of lambda, then substitute it so sa given natin. Okay, then find the value of lambda. So ilang lambda na yun, substitute na lang natin dun sa point. Then determine mo yung function, yung equation. So kung sino mas mataas, automatic siya yung ating constraint maximum point. Kung sino yung mababa, siya yung automatic constraint minimum point. Tandaan yung mga bagay na yan. So again, that's all for this video. So hoping na nag-enjoy ka, hoping na may natutunan ka sa ating chapter 2. So pasensya na kung may pahabol pa si sir. So again, kailangan natin matutunan lahat dun sa calculus 3 kasi napaka-importante niyan pag tayo ay advanced calculus 1, advanced calculus 2, real analysis and complex analysis. So again, thank you for watching.